2K Sports presents the NBA. Monday Night Basketball is coming right up. Kevin Harlan here along with Steve Smith, Greg Anthony, David Aldridge on our sideline. It's our pleasure to welcome in the sports guy, Bill Simmons, to our broadcast for a second straight year. It's an honor to have you here courtside with us.
I'm just excited that I got brought back. I felt like I was on Brook Lopez on the one-year contract last year, and then now you've invited me back.
But you've
another one-year contract.
You've reinvented yourself, though.
Yeah,
you can hit outside comments.
I tried to expand my range, but so we'll see. We'll take it year by year.
We can't wait to hear it. Hey, Dave.
The Bucks took a massive leap in Coach Mike Budenholzer's first season in Milwaukee. Budenholzer said he joined the organization at the perfect time. The new facilities, the energetic fans, the great roster, ownership, front office, everything is set up to have great success. And he added, I feel fortunate to be the coach. Kevin?
The feeling, no doubt, mutual. Thanks, D.A. The impact of Eric Bledsoe, his ability to penetrate and make plays at the rim. Bill, talk about what he does for the Bucks offense and what you think of his game.
So he's interesting because during the regular season he was great, to the point that when they gave him an extension during last season, I actually thought it was the right move. It was $70 million.
He was close to all-star status.
Yeah,
right?
And he was really good defensively. I think the problem for him is the playoffs have become a different animal and they slow down. And he couldn't really adjust to that style. I thought he lost his confidence. It got to the point where they were just benching him for portions of quarters and must-win games. So, he's got to figure out how can he control a game offensively when it's not just like run and gun, fast break. Because the style they played during the regular season was really good for him. Mm-hmm. They were just going. But in the playoffs, you can't do that. You're going to have games where it slows down. So how do you handle that, I think, would be the big thing. I thought he lost his confidence.
The starters for the Utah Jazz. Conley runs the point with Mitchell flanking him. Rudy Gobert is out there with Davis, and it's Ingles in at the small forward position. And for the Bucks, Middleton and Giannis are the forward tandem. The backcourt comprised of Bledsoe and Matthews, and it's Lopez in at the 5, roaming the paint. Free throw good. Giannis.
We always talk about what a rare talent Giannis is, and it's true. Unrivaled athleticism and versatility.
Both free throws good from Antetokounmpo. Now here is Conley. There's the pass to Mitchell. Shoots over Matthews, and it's wide right. Hits off the rim. And so it's Matthews with it, bringing it up now for the Milwaukee Bucks.
And his competitiveness showing through. That's an aggressive finish.
He is just unwilling to settle. He gets right to the rim and makes sure they come away with points.
Here's Mitchell. After Eric Bledsoe's score, Conley the pass to Gobert. Over Lopez. And the shot goes in from Rudy Gobert. And Milwaukee, as recently as 2014, Bill, they were last in the league in attendance. So nowhere to go but up.
Yeah, until they have expansion. Maybe that's the only way they could go down. When you have one of the best 6 players in the league, that usually helps your attendance.
People forget about Milwaukee back in the 70s.
I don't.
And I don't
either.
The
Celtics played them in the '74 finals. That was the first finals I ever went to.
Really?
Kareem. I was at the game with the skyhook to win in double overtime, game 6. But yeah, they have a really good history. I actually really like the 80s teams that never could quite get over the hump. They came very close a bunch of times.
I bet you love the Mecca. Not just looking at it on TV, how great place.
It was one of the great old arenas. They just don't make them that way anymore.
See, this is where the better conditioning comes in. Rudy Gobert able to stay active.
For Milwaukee, they've gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Bledsoe dishes to Lopez. Deflects the pass. And about 2 minutes played here in the first quarter. Puts it up from 12. Can't get it to go. He's taken 2 and missed 2. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Michael Conley. That's his first foul. Bledsoe against Conley. Floats one. Gobert knocks it away.
And that's one of Gobert's specialties, a shot blocking master.
Oh, big finish, emphatic.
He hangs on the rim just for good measure. Wow. First quarter of ball, almost 2.5 minutes in. Bledsoe looking around. Antetokounmpo against Davis. Count that bucket. 6 points for Giannis Antetokounmpo.
And a nice job here early of establishing an inside presence.
Bledsoe against Conley. Pass to Gobert. Back to Conley. That one doesn't drop. Bledsoe with the defensive effort. Matthews with it. Now defended by Mitchell. Lopez outside. Matthews against Mitchell. Middleton outside. He had stolen by Ingles. The drive by Mitchell. It's good. Mitchell's got his second basket of the night.
Oh, that's easy offense. Hard to stay in front of Mitchell. It takes a collective effort defensively.
Just over 3.5 minutes gone here in the first. Giannis up top. He's guarded by Davis. Antetokounmpo, no good. It's Gobert with the ball for the Utah Jazz. Bill, if you were just hired as a GM, which franchise would you model your approach after?
I really like what the Clippers did the last couple years when they realized they didn't have quite enough to win the title. And instead of just being beholden to being darn close but not quite, they actually blew it up and tried to figure out how to create cap space, find players,
and still stay competitive,
build
so
the
they get the momentum of their franchise.
Yeah, they stumbled into a situation where they had a lot of flexibility no matter what. I think the Celtics before them did the same thing in the mid-2000s. They're just trying to find assets and figure it out on the fly. That's the approach I would use. I would never fully commit one way or the other to anything. The goal is to try to accumulate assets and figure out what you have. And I think the smartest teams do that.
Finding a man wide open, Mike Conley does an exceptional job of leading this team.
And Milwaukee calls their first time out of the game. Last time they met was in Utah where they beat the Jazz.
And bottom line, they found ways to score. Credit the game plan going in. It was right on the money.
They knew that the arena would be rocking. And if they could execute well on the offensive end, they knew they could quiet down this hostile crowd.
Bucks trail by 4. Pass to Antetokounmpo. And the dunk by Giannis.
And the one-hand slam just looks so pretty when it's in his hand and he's the one doing the slam.
Agreed. He is smooth as silk, even on a power finish. Offensive rebound, Davis. A second chance effort, and denied. He sends it right off the glass. Floats it up for Giannis. Jazz have gone 6 of 13 from the field, just under the 50% mark. Bledsoe against Conley. Gobert, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
Giannis passes to Matthews. Now here's Middleton, covered by Conley. And Middleton the bucket on the assist from Eric Bledsoe. Bledsoe's got his 4th assist in this one. Utah trailing here. Outside Conley. Mitchell in the corner. Oh, and the dunk by Mitchell.
I got a feeling Donovan Mitchell will be watching this highlight over and over and over.
The Jazz shooting their first free throw of the game right now.
And how about as a group, 80% on the season one of their best attributes.
And Utah making a change here. Bogdanovich is checked in.
In a short time span, I'm amazed at how far Donovan Mitchell's come. He has very few weaknesses for a young player.
In 2019, Chris Middleton named an all-star for the first time. Bill, can he be the second best player on a championship team? He was asked, I guess, to be that last year, and it didn't work.
I think he can be the third best player in a championship team.
Third, yes.
But I think you saw in the playoffs last year when they really needed the second kind of creator. I don't even want to say scorer, but somebody who could create a shot when your best guy is either sitting or having a bad game. He's just not quite there. He's too streaky, I think.
Terrific player.
Really good player. If he could definitely be one of the best four guys on a championship team.
Absolutely.
But as the number 2 guy now.
Now Matthews, after Bogdanovich missing on that last three-pointer. Matthews against Mitchell. Just 5 on the clock. And that one's good. His second basket of 4, shooting 50%.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
Conley kicks to Mitchell. Back to Conley. Let's go. Gobert trying to get open. The Jazz with another miss.
And at a certain point, you just have to look to someone else to score for you.
And the Bucks with some changes. Lopez comes in for Robin Lopez. And it's Hill in for Wesley Matthews. Green, he's checked in for Utah. Moutier comes in for Michael Conley. Timeout called the Bucks. They put up a nice win against Detroit the last time out.
And the focus was to get stops. All game, they were right up on shooters, and that led to some big-time rejections.
This was their game plan going in. Make shooters uncomfortable by challenging every possible shot.
Ilyasova, he's checked in for the Bucks. Korver comes in for Chris Middleton. Exum, he's checked in for Utah. Outside Hill. Shot clock at 5. Utah with the rebound.
Woo, blown opportunity right there. Won't get many chances easier than that one.
Yeah, the length and height of Bogdanovich is impressive. Outstanding at slamming it down there when he got the chance.
And so it's Bledsoe. He brings it up for the Milwaukee Bucks. He'll name a couple past superstars that didn't always get enough credit for being as dominant as they were.
Moses Malone would be my number 1 pick. Probably the best player in the league for 5 years. Dominant in '83, they won the title in Philly. Really gave Kareem a lot of problems and was just awesome and has now just been swept under the rug. Nobody even really remembers. So I would go with him first.
Ever.
Never. Well, it was part of the problem. They were tape delaying games back then, and we didn't have League Pass.
Yeah.
We didn't have a lot of that stuff. I think he was really underrated, and you kind of never know who's going to endure and who's not going to endure, which is one of the reasons I wrote my book.
Ilyasova no good on the free throw. Jazz shooting 45% from the floor since the game got underway. Pass to Moutier. Now Bogdanovich unloads from 9. The basket good off the assist from Moutier. Bogdanovich has got the game tied up here for the Jazz. Milwaukee's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Hill passes to Ilyasova. He dishes it to Lopez. Rudy Gobert with the rebound. Gobert's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Here's Bogdanovich. That gives them the lead. Bogdanovich has got 6 points.
And I like the commitment from Bogdanovic. Even when he gets knocked around, he stays focused on the rim.
Bledsoe outside. And the pass to Lopez. Back to Bledsoe. Kicks it to Hill. He gets that one.
George Hill saw the opportunity, got right to the cup.
Utah with the ball, defeated by the Pelicans in their last game. They'll try to put that one behind them.
Rough game defensively. I mean, they lost a lot of the individual matchups, and the help was slow to rotate.
Point blank, this is a bad combination. If you're looking to get stops, that's not the way. I will say this about his shooting stroke. It's pure when he's got it going. Perfect so far this quarter.
Lets a floater go. It's stolen by Green. And it's Bogdanovic off the drive. Missed inside. The Bucks trail. Outside Hill. It's stolen by Green. He kicks to Moutier. And Moutier throws it down.
Excellent on both ends of that play.
Yeah, the steal was sharp, but the slam topped it off.
Turning defense into offense. Every coach talks about it. Perfect example right there.
And Milwaukee has possession, following the bucket by the Jazz. And perhaps no 7-footer in the league. Bill has increased his range, more success. One of the guys I really enjoy watching, Brook Lopez.
Yeah, he was one of the big winners last season. The three-point thing became such a thing for Lopez that I actually think they forgot sometimes, especially in the playoffs, that he's also a really good low-post player. Yeah. And I thought he had advantages in the Toronto series where, especially on mismatches, when he could have really torched them and they just weren't going to him. So
he can block some shots. I mean, he can do a lot of things in that floor.
I like his inside-outside game. And by the way, he was like the 9th pick in the draft. Like, he's a real guy. He was somebody that was a max guy. It's not like he's some fluke.
Here's Bledsoe, following the bucket by the Jazz. Lock at 6. The Bucks need to get a shot off here. And it's Bogdanovic off the drive. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. It goes on Eric Bledsoe.
And you got to respect how under control Bogdanovic is. When he's penetrating quickly inside, he makes the D hit him on the way up.
The Jazz shooting their 2nd and 3rd shots at the line right here.
Shoot 2.
First free throw is good.
And Bogdanovic is a confident, efficient player, a guy who can play either the 2 or 3 spots on the floor.
Pat Connaughton, he's checked in for Eric Bledsoe. Williams Goss, he's checked in for the Jazz. And so Bogdanovic nails both of them. Bucks trail by 8. Hill with it. And looking at his production, he averages a little more than 7 points a game.
And right from the start, Kevin, they've been pounding the glass. Most of those 50-50 balls also going their way.
A nice shot by Bogdanovic.
This has been a tremendous quarter for him. Everything he puts up now looks like it's going in.
There's 31 seconds left in the first quarter. It's stolen by Moutier. It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. Here's Green, and the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
And the length of Green is a real issue for the D. His arms just go forever, which often results in a lot of shooting fouls for him.
The Jazz shooting their 4th and 5th attempts at the free throw line tonight.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And he makes the first.
And the former Hoya Green, a rangy forward who can both score and defend from all areas of the floor.
Both free throws good from Green.
And what an advantage. You really feel like you can always trust him when he's at the line.
Outside Hill. Teardrop shot, and he sinks the layup.
And Hill very capable with the teardrop. Great touch on those.
Donovan Mitchell firing on all cylinders for the Utah Jazz. He comes away with 11 points in the quarter and is showing no signs of fatigue. We come back right after this. One of the better two-way guards in the NBA, Mike Conley, said his inspiration growing up was none other than Gary Payton.
He was one of my favorite players growing up. I had Gary Payton jersey, had the shoes, everything. So when I looked at a player, I was like, you know, he plays on both ends. I want to be able to do that too.
And you know, Conley, maybe not the size of Payton, but Greg, he's always taken the challenge defensively.
And you can see how much of an influence the glove had on Conley. He plays a lot like him on that end.
And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. And guys, from what we've been watching with the Jazz, what are you guys seeing out there?
I mean, offensively, I thought they did a good job of protecting the ball. And defensively, boy, were they disruptive.
Winning the turnover battle here early on, and you see that reflected in the score.
Ilyasova at the 4 with Lopez at the 5. Then it's George Hill. Then there's Kyle Korver. And it's Connaughton in at the 2. That's the group for Milwaukee right now. And with the 2K Esports League, Bill, players not only get a salary, they can also sign endorsement deals. They're celebrities now unto themselves.
So what are the endorsement deals that the 2K players sign? Is it like hat? Because you're not really moving. Nobody can people see your clothes? They can, right?
They can
So you
see
need
your
sneakers,
clothes.
hats,
Maybe it's a hat. Maybe it's
drinks.
a shirt. All of it.
Do the announcers get endorsement
Gloves.
deals? Where's our endorsement
Well, if
deal
they
money?
don't, we could probably make the stab for it right here.
I'm ready.
This is the venue to do it right
I'm
here.
ready to do whatever.
Let's change the culture.
CTC.
The first one falls. Both shots good from the stripe. And so it's Hill with it. He brings it up for Milwaukee. They trail by 14. Atlanta will be traveling to face them after this game. That will complete this 4-game homestand. Here's Lopez, and that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. It's going to be on Rudy Gobert.
And the leadership Lopez gives this team really important. He's someone his younger teammates look up to.
And the Jazz making a change here. Ingles is checked in. He doesn't get the second one.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
It's deflected, and it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Green. And we've played through the first minute here in the second. Hill against Moutier. Outside Hill. Shoots from 12. Milwaukee, no good that time either.
You expect him to make that, especially from that distance.
Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. Here's a look now what's coming up for the Milwaukee Bucks. On Wednesday, it'll be the Atlanta Hawks coming into town. Then on Friday, they'll take on Kevin Love and the Cleveland Cavaliers.
And you know, for that Hornets matchup, it's the second game of a back-to-back, and you know they're going to be feeling the effects of it. Playing that much basketball in that short amount of time really takes a toll.
And the first one at the line is good.
No wasted trips at all. They're taking care of business at the line.
Giannis Antetokounmpo's checked in for Milwaukee. Both free throws good from Moutier. Bill, in the age of positionless players and positionless basketball, is there any player that your opinion is more versatile than Giannis Antetokounmpo?
I think KD is probably more versatile because he can basically do anything you want offensively and guard for the 5 positions defensively. I think what makes Giannis so unique is he's basically a center, but doesn't have to play center and can play any of the 5 positions. But if you look at his stats last year versus any Shaq season, it's basically the same season. He's doing 27 and 13. He's protecting the rim. You don't think of him as a center, but he really is. But I think what makes him special and what is the next level for him is his ability to play point forward or point center on one end, but then protect the rim on the other end. And once he adds that last piece offensively, which, you know, for Kawhi, it wasn't until, like, what, 2017?
Exactly.
And he had that, all of a sudden he could create that little 18-footer for himself, and then he became unstoppable. That's the last piece for Giannis.
Bucks trail by 15. Pass to Connaughton. Quarter 2 and just under 2.5 minutes gone by. Here is Ilyasova, currently averaging almost 6 points a game, and it goes down 2 points.
Beautiful call that time up the floor. The hard screen frees him up for the bunny.
Now Moutier. Pass to Gobert. Ilyasova against Moutier. At the top of the key, Ingles. Over on Antetokounmpo. Utah keeping it alive. The new 14. Here's Green. Good D by Lopez. Passes it to Ingles. Takes the 3. Gets a hand on it. And there's Gobert putting it right back in. Gobert's got 10 points.
The uncanny ability to time the tip in. He does this night in and night out.
Hill kicks to Giannis. And a miss there on the triple.
Defensively, it's hard to account for everything. They gambled off him, and it worked.
The pass to Ingles, beyond the arc. They get it again. Green. Gobert with it, and stolen by Ilyasova. Here's Connaughton, and that one, good. Connaughton's got his first 2 points of the night. Here's Moutier. Last game he had 12. Pass to Williams-Goss. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
And loving the strategy. Even though you're well ahead, you want to stay in attack mode.
You want to stay aggressive, right at the rim, driving another nail into the coffin.
Now a timeout called by Milwaukee. And we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, Chris Middleton was a first-time All-Star in 2019. Now, we all know that Middleton is one of the league's best shooters, but he had to adjust his game to a new system under coach Mike Budenholzer. Middleton said, "I guess that's what being an All-Star is, a team player and a complete player. Not playing for stats, playing for nothing else but to win." Kevin?
First-time All-Star and well-deserved. David, thank you. A different look for Milwaukee. Lopez, he's checked in for Lopez. Chris Middleton comes in for Ilyasova. And Wesley Matthews subbed in for Pat Connaughton. It's Giannis with the drive.
And how about the initiative there from Antetokounmpo? Excellent at seeing lanes to the basket and then just taking advantage.
Outside Conley. Now the feed to Gobert. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
And you don't ever want to get into the habit of letting the offense get to the rim.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
Did he lay an egg at the stripe in their previous game? Couldn't get anything to drop.
Shooting 2.
That one is off.
Growing before our eyes, the confidence of Gobert, comfortable doing a little of everything now.
And the second free throw, good. Bucks trail by 14. Hill passes to Giannis. It's stolen by Davis. To the paint. Here's Mitchell. That's in there. Conley with the assist. And it's 13 points for Donovan Mitchell.
Doesn't matter to the great offensive players who's guarding them. And Donovan Mitchell is trying to become one of them.
For Milwaukee, they've gotten a little under 50% of their second quarter shots to find the mark. 4 of 9 all told. Here's Antetokounmpo, and the dunk by Giannis.
You've got to love his aggressiveness to finish inside.
Well, his leaping ability gives him a great advantage. Now here's Conley. He's coming off a 13-point game against New Orleans. And the wide open shot from Green. But they recover it.
Wow, another opportunity. Just everything going their way. Pretty much the story of this game.
Conley inside the line. Milwaukee with the rebound. Giannis has got 6 rebounds here tonight. The Bucks making a switch here. Bledsoe's checked in. And here's Middleton bringing it up now for the Bucks. It's a 14-point game. Giannis inside. He's guarded by Davis. Antetokounmpo, no good. Here's Mitchell. Played in with a nice touch off the glass. Mitchell's got 15.
Continuing to stoke the fire, his shot making has been absolutely superb.
The Bucks have gone 5 of 11 from the field since the beginning of the second quarter. Antetokounmpo dishes to Middleton. Milwaukee, no good that time either. Jazz leading by 16. Mitchell kicks to Davis. Outside Conley. Here's Gobert. The dish to Conley. Over Matthews. And misses it off the right side of the rim.
Can you believe it? He's missed every shot he's taken. Yet this team still continues to hold the lead.
Feeds it to Lopez. And Lopez throws it down.
What a luxury it is as a passer to have a pick-and-roll target as big as Robin Lopez. Makes life easy. I mean, you won't see this too often. Getting denied at the rim. He's likely to remember that one.
No good from Bledsoe. Utah has gone 0-3 from beyond the arc to start the second quarter. The drive by Mitchell.
I like that Donovan Mitchell's not afraid to attack the rim. He finished strong.
And here's Bledsoe. 14 points from him the last game against Detroit. And the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line.
Very smooth finish with the finger roll.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight.
And the free throws have been dropping for him at a rate of about 77% on the season.
Bogdanovich, he's checked in for the Jazz. Dante Exum comes in for Jeff Green. That free throw good from Bledsoe. Now, here's Mitchell. 17 points in the game. Pass to Conley. Fires from deep. That shot off. Excellent D there from Bledsoe.
And all quarter long, it's been the same story. Inconsistent with his offense.
And didn't do anything fancy there, but didn't need to.
Nope, his only concern right now is getting the points on the board. And I don't mean style points. Davis finds Mitchell. Good D by Matthews. And there's the foul. It'll go on Ed Davis. And that'll be his third foul so far. Bucks trail by 11. Here's Antetokounmpo.
And I love the activity level of Bogdanović on the defensive end, using that height and length there to just crowd shooters. Great quarter for him at the offensive end, trying to will his team back in the game.
Milwaukee shooting their 7th free throw attempt here. Gobert, he's checked in for Davis. Free throw good. Giannis. Jazz leading by 8. Conley with it. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Passes to Gobert. Back to Conley. Just 5 on the clock. Bogdanović passes to Conley. Offensive struggles continue. Missing again.
He's kind of lost his way this period, having a hard time getting anything to go down.
And cutting into the lead with the big one-hand throwdown.
That's how you get your team back into it. Timeout is called, first of the game for the Jazz.
And they're picking up a lot of fouls already in the penalty. Not a good sign. They need to focus on moving their feet and maintaining a good defensive position.
He's been on fire lately. Let's take a look at your Eastern Conference Player of the Week, Giannis Antetokounmpo.
They say defense wins championships. Well, it also wins awards, and his defense during this stretch has been nothing short of jaw-dropping. He has been disruptive with his challenges and has accounted for a metric ton of turnovers with his ball hockey. You have to give it up to this man.
Matthews with the steal. Oh, and here comes Bledsoe all alone. Finished off the break. And now it's just a 4-point Jazz lead.
Playing with high energy, outworking the defense up the floor.
And I just love it when the fast break results in a high percentage look. Not always the case these days.
Now, here's Mitchell. He's got 17. And no good. Good D by Lopez. Some firepower from this offense tonight.
Yeah, they got a nice groove going right now offensively.
And it's Giannis missing.
And the pressure he put on that shot forced the miscue.
The rim protection at its finest. The result is the same whether you block the shot or simply change it.
Bledsoe against Mitchell. Right side, Bogdanović. Shot clock at 6. To end the cold streak, Mitchell's shot is good. Mitchell's got 20.
Mitchell's really been working on getting free off the ball and being accurate off the catch and shoot.
Here's Antetokounmpo. A 38-point game for him in the win against Detroit.
And his shot blocking helped as well. Those 2 blocks he had were big for them.
Stolen by Bledsoe. Outside Matthews. Floats it up for Giannis. And that's out of bounds. Milwaukee will retain possession. Here we are in November, and let's see how things are going out east in the early season. You look at the Bucks. Off to a great start this season, currently in 2nd.
And right now for the Bucks, they've been on a tremendous run this season. All the pieces were in place coming into the year, and they haven't missed a beat. Great chemistry, great coaching, and potential to do some great things in the postseason.
Right. They knew teams would be gunning for them night in and night out. That's only fueled their commitment to putting a great product on the floor.
Here's Exum following the basket by Giannis. Bogdanović. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
And I tell you, Bogdanović is crafty inside. Knows how to get under the skin of the defense there and forces them to foul.
And this is his 2nd trip to the line in the game.
And the free throws have been dropping for him at a rate of about 77% on the season.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
Free throw good. Bogdanovich. A different look for Milwaukee. Brook Lopez is checked in for Lopez. And it's Korver in for Matthews. And Utah with a change here, too. Ingles is checked in. And so Bogdanovich nails both of them. Well, Bill, yet another engaging conversation. Thanks for stopping by. We always appreciate your time.
Yeah, next time let's talk about the hard salary cap. I think the people really love that one. Yeah, I have some ideas.
You'd make it
I
interesting.
have some luxury tax ideas. Yeah, we'll get super technical.
I would be here for that one.
Okay.
And, Steve, you get the sense that no NBA topic is off limits when you talk to Bill Simmons.
He gets the discussion going, whether you agree or disagree with him. That's part of what makes sports fun, having those debates. And sometimes we get to see the players in the debate on the court.
The wide open look here for Lopez. Misses the three.
And this has been an outstanding display on the boards, and it's a big part of why they have a lead in this game, doing the dirty work down low.
They have leaned on him all quarter, and it has worked to perfection.
The putback, and Antetokounmpo on the follow. Giannis has got 29.
They're still behind, but not because of his efforts. He's been unbelievable this quarter.
Exum passes to Gobert. Puts up a three. Exum's shot is off. Bucks trail by 8. Now Giannis. He has 29. From deep three-point range, and he got that one up in time, but doesn't go in. And so it's the Utah Jazz holding on to an 8-point lead heading into the break. They're pounding the ball inside, and that's where they've gotten their best production tonight. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Kevin, thank you. Kyle, a little tough there offensively in the first half. How do you guys get going in the second?
Just, keep on moving the ball, play with energy, play with the pass. I mean, they're a great defensive team. This is what they do. So it's going to be tough tonight, but we did all right.
Hey, Kyle, thanks a lot for your time, man. Back to you, Kevin.
Thanks for the great interview, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of basketball following halftime.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, folks. Ernie Johnson here with Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. It's the NBA on 2K Sports, and let's talk the first half. From the get-go, it was Utah that came out strong. They led by as many as 12 points, fueled by tough defense and great offense. While the lead changed hands quite a bit earlier on, they maintained firm control of the game to close out the first. Momentum shifted slightly in the second quarter, causing them to lose some traction, but they still ended the half up by 8. And Shaq, what did you think about what we saw from Utah?
You know what, Ernie, I got to stand up on this one. I salute to their bench. Man, once the starters came out, man, the others just came to life. You got to love seeing that kind of contribution come from the others. Man, they look beautiful tonight.
Kenny, what was your takeaway on Milwaukee?
Well, the way I see it, they're losing this game because they're being out-rebounded. You can't give up this kind of differential and expect to remain competitive. So what do? You commit more guys to the glass, guards included. You make it a priority that if you do ultimately lose this game, it's not because you didn't rebound.
And that'll about do it as we get ready for the second half. Let's take you down to Kevin Harlan.
Shout out to my main man, Joel.
Joel, what up?
And we hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. We're halfway through the game. You look at Antetokounmpo in this one. He's been everywhere.
Well, with a double-double in hand through 2 quarters, you can just imagine what his stat line will look like at the end of this one.
They're asking a lot of him, shouldering the load in a number of areas. You just hope he has enough left at the end.
And we've got third quarter of basketball for you, 2 quarters in the books. Steve, let me ask you, what's better for a young player's development? Being on a worse team getting more minutes, or being on a good team and getting fewer minutes?
You know, I think always getting a chance, Kevin, to play minutes is best for a younger guy. But if it's hurting the team, you don't want to see the coaching staff playing these younger guys just to get the one guy ready. I think you still have to think about the team. You have to have guys earn minutes, whether they're a rookie, whether they're a veteran or not, and I think that's better for young teams.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for the second half of basketball. And so in the game for the Jazz, Mitchell is the 2 with Ingles at the 3. Bogdanovich out there with Rudy Gobert. And it's Conley in at the point.
Coming out of Louisville, Donovan Mitchell projected as a defender. He's a better ball handler and shot creator than people bargained for.
Free throw drops for Mitchell. And you know, Smitty, he can play with the ball or off the ball, but Utah's offense runs best with the ball in Donovan Mitchell's hands.
Yeah, reason why, Kevin, he draws so much defensive attention, able to score what I love at all 3 levels. That creates open shots for his teammates.
Ed Davis is checked in for Utah. Now here's Antetokounmpo. Fouled in the act of shooting, gets the bucket anyway, so a 3-point play chance for him.
He has definitely shown up to play. He's done his part, really just trying to battle his team back into it.
And what a year last season for Giannis Antetokounmpo. He was terrific across, Greg, all stat categories.
And he was rightfully in the MVP conversation very early on. He's still very young, and I see multiple MVP seasons in his future.
On the free throw, no good.
Well, they've been better than good on the glass today, and there is a glaring discrepancy between these 2 teams in that area.
That time, a lot of young guys would have jacked up a shot. Patience. Man flashes open. Mitchell delivers the basketball on time.
Antetokounmpo against Davis. The offensive rebound. And the dunk by Lopez.
Strong move to the 10, trying to get his guys going.
Hard not to get motivated, GA, right when your teammate makes that kind of play.
The problem is your opponent is making big plays as well. I'll be curious to see the response.
Now here is Conley. No points in the game yet for him. Ingles kicks to Conley. 5 to shoot. Mitchell outside. His 3-pointers off the mark.
And you could tell he thought he had a little more space, but the defender was right there.
The ability to close out on perimeter shooters is so important in today's game.
And way to finish and cut into that lead a little bit.
Yeah, but look at the basket guy still shaking. So it's Utah now after the basket by Milwaukee. And here's Gobert, 11 points in the game. Here's Conley, and the rejection by Giannis. And out of bounds as the Bucks gain possession. Here's Antetokounmpo, 33 points for him. Kicks to Matthews. Second half of play with just under 2.5 minutes gone. Here's Giannis. Here's Lopez. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. It goes on Ed Davis.
Robin Lopez, a big body, eats up space inside and draws the contact.
Green, he's checked in for the Jazz.
When Gordon Hayward left the Jazz 3 summers ago.
Oh, the power on that throwdown.
And this sort of awesome dunk is one of the reasons this team is in charge of this game.
Well, there's a swagger out there. You can see it on the court that they possess and are not afraid to show it either. Now a timeout called by Milwaukee. As the teams head into this timeout, a chance for the coaches now to map out some plays for the next few minutes and a chance for the players to rehydrate with some Gatorade. That's important if they want to make sure they don't wear down later in the game.
Absolutely. Over the course of a game, you have to stay hydrated.
Gobert with the block. They get it back, and he gets it back.
And they continue to control the glass.
Mitchell kicks to Ingles. Inside. Green against Giannis. Green, the pass to Mitchell. Shoots over Matthews, and it's Mitchell missing. And so Giannis will bring it up for Milwaukee. Trailing here by 8. He feeds it to Bledsoe. They shoot again. Here's Antetokounmpo. Here's Lopez. Kicks it down to Middleton. Here's Antetokounmpo. Missed it, even after all those chances. And here's Ingles outside. Doesn't go for him. The Bucks go the other way with it. Matthews, no one around him, and again with the rebound. He hauls in his 20th rebound.
Dominating the glass.
Kicks it down to Middleton. He had stolen by Ingles. In transition, here come the Jazz. Over Middleton. That one a little long. Bucks trail by 8. Outside Matthews. Puts up a 3. Middleton can't get it to go. For Utah, they've gone 3 of 8 so far in the third quarter, looking to lock in that rhythm. Conley and Chris Middleton pulls it down.
Great defensive effort, just saved a basket.
You know what? This is why you never give up on a play. You don't know what's going to happen. You like that he's still attacking, but the results tonight just haven't been there.
And it's the Bucks on the break. Floats it up for Giannis. An emphatic alley-oop jam.
And maybe that'll trigger them. Impossible not to get pumped up after that.
Yeah, well, you could see the immediate reaction of the guys on the bench. They are pumped up. Now here's Conley. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. And he comes up with the deuce. And the Jazz lead by 8.
There's the work Ingles has put into his strength and conditioning. Takes the hit and still able to convert.
Lopez against Gobert. Lopez kicks to Bledsoe. Off target from three-point range.
At some point, when you recognize someone's this out of rhythm, you have to shift to something else.
And there's the whistle on the shot. Took the foul, shot misses. He'll be shooting 2. And his teammates call him old man, say he looks like a 40-year-old farmer, but Joe Ingles, Smitty, much more than meets the eye.
You know what, Kevin? He's a star in his role. He's gotten better and better. He's a guy who can impact winning on a nightly basis.
The first free throw is good. Steve, so many talented players in the league. Sometimes there's frustration over the lack of playing time. For instance, you look at the Celtics last year, a prime example.
Yeah, and I think sometimes, Kevin, you can have too much talent at the same positions and also style of play. You need some guys that can do other things that be effective on the court versus just scoring the basketball, and I think that's the reason why the Celtics ran into some trouble last year.
Here's Conley. The rebound by the Bucks. Lopez has got rebound number 8 here tonight in the game. The drive by Giannis.
This is who you want leading that play. A sure passer with great awareness.
Hill against Conley. To the inside. Here's Moutier. Ingles trying to get open. That's good from Moutier on the assist from Conley.
That's a well-timed, well-coordinated play. Comes right off the pick for the lay-in.
Hill looking it over. The pass to Lopez. Giannis outside. Back to Lopez. Out to Tecumbo. Finds Lopez. Ilyasova hits the bucket.
Great look there from Robin Lopez. Rare to see a big man with that kind of playmaking ability.
Now here's Conley. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Pass to Moutier. Count that one. And the Jazz lead by 8.
Man, this guy is a scoring machine. I mean, I know I'm not the only one to describe him that way.
Here's Hill. Softly drops in the floater. Hill's got 6.
Okay, George Hill, elusive off the bounce, makes it look so easy.
Conley, Lopez with the block. Gobert dishes to Conley. Second chance shot, and the layup is up and in.
I thought for sure the defense was going to send that one back, but he somehow got that one up, over the D and in.
Giannis with it. He's got 39. The layup off target. Utah leading by 8. Here's Conley. Count that one.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Milwaukee's gotten blank from three-point land so far in the third, still 0 for 3. And the call will be against Emmanuel Moutier. That is his first foul of the game. A different look for Milwaukee. Lopez comes in for Robin Lopez. And it's Korver in for Giannis Antetokounmpo. Then for the Jazz, Ed Davis is checked in for Rudy Gobert. Bogdanovich comes in for Joe Ingles. And it's Exum in for Mike Conley. Now here's Lopez. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 9.5 points a game. It's back to Hill. And it's blocked. Goes back up. And Davis pulls it down. Davis has got rebound number 5 here tonight. Here's Exum to the left wing. Here's Williams-Goss. Knocks down the 3-ball. 7 points in the game.
A tall guard who can see over the defense. Exum with no trouble locating the open teammate.
And Milwaukee has possession. It's a 13-point game. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Korver gets a wide open look. No good again that time. Utah has gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. Here's Moutier, and that comes off the assist by Exum. Exum's got 3 assists in the game.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
Here is Hill. He has 6. Dishes to Lopez. Now Ilyasova. Here's Connaughton. A good finish at the rack off the slick feed.
Trying to attack the heart of that defense with great teamwork.
Jazz leading by 13. And here's Moutier. Misses off the left iron. Outside Korver. Knocked loose. And it's Lopez at the elbow. Down low. Pass to Williams-Goss. No good that time. Korver with the defensive effort. Here's Connaughton. Boom, he jams it straight down.
Nice dime to the open man. George Hill, more of a combo guard, making things happen right there.
Here's Moutier. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. Hey, Smitty, of recent players to enter the league, which had rookie seasons that surprised you?
I think Donovan Mitchell, the way he came out of the gates. I knew Luka Doncic was good, but because I hadn't seen much film or seen him live, he surprised me. Trae Young, the way he's played from a small guard position, those are some of the guys that have surprised me. Some were high drive picks, and some were a little bit lower, but those are the 3.
And he makes the first.
And still trying to find his footing in the league. Moutier must show improvement in his shooting moving forward.
Antetokounmpo's checked in for Milwaukee. And he makes both free throws.
We're still waiting for that first miss from the line this half.
A minute 42 left in the third. And it's Davis with the ball for Utah. At one point, they led by 16. Following this game, they'll hit the road to challenge the Pacers at Pacers Arena in Indianapolis. And that game will be game 2 of 5 out on the road. We've got 1:28 left in the third quarter of the game. Antetokounmpo looking it over. Trying to get open is Lopez. And it's Giannis missing. Jazz leading by 15. Here's Exum. Lays it up and banks it in. Exum's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Dante Exum is a truly talented player taking care of business down inside.
Milwaukee has gotten off to a very slow start from three-point range in the second half. They're 0 for 4. Looking to get it going. Hill, no good. Utah has gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. Exum passes to Bogdanovich. Tries again. Davis kicks to Moutier. Drops one in from the wing. Moutier's got 14 points.
You know, as ice cold as he was in the first half, that's how hot he has been since the break. No one can match up with him right now.
40 seconds left here in the third quarter. Here's Antetokounmpo. Outside for Korver. Hill against Moutier. Now here is Hill. 6 points for him. Clock is at 3. Trying to get open is Lopez. And the basket by Hill. 8 points for him.
Hill, a solid shooter from mid-range. Sometimes that's a shot you have to take.
Hill against Moutier. Passes it to Williams-Goss. 14 feet away. It's hauled in by Giannis.
The defense was begging him to take that shot, and he took the bait, but you can't blame him.
And so it's the Utah Jazz out in front by 17 points at the end of the quarter. They've been putting on a clinic in the paint. Shots are falling with regularity, and they are pounding it down low. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. Now let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
Yeah, a terrific, unselfish play right here. Set up his teammate, and how about the setup this was?
At his position, traditionally, his job is to shoot the basketball. Give him credit for keeping his eyes up and just taking what the defense allows.
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. Giannis is the 4 with Lopez the 5. Bledsoe is out there with Kyle Korver. And it's Middleton in at the 3 spot. That's the 5 on the floor for the Bucks.
You really got to tip your cap to him in terms of how he's played today, even if they end up losing this game.
Moutier looking around from outside the arc. That one no good. Now the Bucks take it the other way.
He started off solid, had 2 threes at halftime, but blank from deep since.
Utah leading by 15. To the middle. And Davis throws it down.
And although an undersized center, more than making up for it with some serious hops.
And the Bucks with possession here. Giannis passes to Middleton. Now here's Korver. They get it back. And Middleton kicks to Korver. And it's Lopez at the elbow. Shot clock at 3. Over Davis. And it's off the back rim. No good. Antetokounmpo passes to Middleton. But they'll get another chance.
Yeah, just nice hustle there. That work gets them the extra possession.
And there's the 3-second call, this one on the defense.
Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. One shot.
And he shows the focus there, nails the technical. Wesley Matthews checked in for Kyle Korver. And Utah also making a switch. Gobert, he's checked in for Moutier. Fourth quarter now. We're about a minute and a half in. Here's Giannis. Drops it in from 11 feet. Antetokounmpo's got 43 points.
And boy, he's really in a groove. Dominant performance last game. Same thing this time out.
Here's the thing. He's a guy who will go on hot streaks for you over a number of games.
Oh, how about the deft touch right there, guys?
He just guided that ball back up and in. Just a fingertip touch on the ball. The pass to Bledsoe. Lets it go from deep. The rebound by the Jazz. Mitchell looking it over. He kicks to Bogdanovich. Left side, Davis. Fades and shoots. And the rebound goes to Lopez. Bucks trail by 16. Antetokounmpo with the ball. Now guarded by Bogdanovich.
And his competitiveness showing through. That's an aggressive finish.
He is just unwilling to settle. He gets right to the rim and makes sure they come away with points.
Now, here's Mitchell. Outside, Bogdanovich. The putback. Great positioning on the putback. And the Jazz lead by 16.
Stand with it, and Gobert with the high-flying tip dunk.
Here's Antetokounmpo, and he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. And so he's picked up his final foul, and he will sit for the rest of this game. A different look for Utah. Green, he's checked in for Davis. Joe Ingles comes in for Bogdanovich, and it's Conley in for Exum.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
Free throw good. Giannis. The Jazz making a switch here. Bogdanovich is checked in. And both free throws good for Giannis. And so it's Mitchell who brings up the ball for Utah. They lead by 14. Kicks it to Conley. To the inside. Lopez with the steal. That's a 2 from Matthews. And a great assist by Bledsoe as that one goes in. Bledsoe's got assist number 10 tonight with that last one. Mitchell against Matthews. Mitchell dishes to Conley. A floater, and it's sent back by Bledsoe. And he makes that one.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
And Matthews kicks to Bledsoe. Open shot, Lopez. And it's another Milwaukee shot right there going in.
Great job executing the offense. That pass on time and on point.
Conley with it. Eric Bledsoe covering. Inside. Mitchell passes to Gobert. Matthews against Mitchell. On target from 13 feet. Mitchell's got 29 in the game.
Donovan Mitchell, he covers every base, even showing the touch from mid-range.
And plenty of contact on the shot. So 2 free throws coming up. And the foul goes against Utah.
Shooting 2.
First one falls for him.
And they are making it look easy at the free throw line here in the second half.
Off on that one, so he goes 1 for 2 at the line.
There's a built-in respect for coaches who played in the NBA. The Jazz, Quinn Snyder, never made it that far, but as a point guard, he helped Duke make 3 Final Four appearances.
And Matador defense, that's one of the easiest shots he is ever going to see.
And this is what happens when you start to break your opponent's spirit. The resistance is no longer there.
Here's Antetokounmpo, following the basket by Donovan Mitchell. They get the rebound. Lopez. Gobert with the defensive effort.
And the pressure he put on that shot forced the miscue.
The rim protection at its finest. The result is the same whether you block the shot or simply change it.
It's good on the putback. And the Jazz lead by 17.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Conley kicks to Ingles. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. Smitty Snyder, also an All-American in high school, 2-time Washington State Basketball Player of the Year in high school.
Led Mercer Island to a state title and then experienced coaching in college, the G League, and abroad. He's a lifer, and he's been around the game far and wide.
First free throw is good.
I mean, an incredible story how Joe Ingles has gotten to this point. A lot of it's been resiliency, and a lot of it has been sacrifice.
Milwaukee making a switch here. Lopez is checked in. And good on the second, so he makes them both.
And not a single free throw attempt in that first half, but he has been far more active since the break and drawn some fouls.
Now here's Bledsoe. Over Conley. No good from Bledsoe.
But the effort's been there for him, just not getting the results.
And Bogdanovich kicks to Mitchell. Fades. It's good. Ingles has got 10 points in just the second half.
After a lackluster first half, he's taken charge offensively. We'll see how the defense responds.
Bucks trail by 21. Outside Matthews. Bledsoe against Ingles. No good from Bledsoe.
And with the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in the driver's seat. And they're getting points, they're getting stops, and this is how they'd like to play all the time.
Yes, when it's going good, it feels easy. These are the nights you relish, but they're tough to replicate.
Here's Giannis. Rudy Gobert picking up that last basket. Pass to Lopez. He dishes it to Middleton. Just 5 to shoot. The kick out to Matthews. And the Bucks miss again.
All the energy is on the other side right now, and every miss just makes it worse.
You know what? This has always been a debate. Do you take the timeout, or do you let your guys try to fight through it?
Bledsoe with it. I saw this the other day, Steve. The NBA now helping to create the Basketball Africa League. 12 teams from across that terrific continent. I think it's pretty exciting.
It is. This is an incredible story. Great for the sport and great for the people of Africa.
Jazz leading by 23. Now Mitchell. Outside Conley. Fires the three. It doesn't go for him. Excellent D there from Bledsoe. Milwaukee's gone 0-3 so far in the fourth quarter from long range. And there's the foul. It'll go on Joe Ingles. That is his first foul of the game. A big group substitution here for Milwaukee. Wilson, he's checked in for Antetokounmpo. Brown comes in for Chris Middleton. Pat Connaughton, he's checked in for Wesley Matthews. And it's Dante DiVincenzo in for Eric Bledsoe. So Utah going with an almost entirely new group here. Bradley's checked in for Gobert. George Niang comes in for Bogdanovich. Royce O'Neal's checked in for Mitchell. And Williams-Goss subbed in for Mike Conley. Here's Ingles. Shoots over Brown. And there's the foul on the shot. He'll go to the line for 2. And the foul called on the Milwaukee Bucks.
One of Ingles' favorite moves. Hard not to bite on that because he sells it so well.
No good on that one. Well, we were just talking about this, Steve, as the game of basketball always evolves. You look at the WNBA now. The quality of play there is terrific.
The talent level in the WNBA is at an all-time high. I love watching and gaining some tricks on how they play the game. And also, Kevin, athletically, there's a lot of young ladies being able to dunk the basketball now.
Absolutely amazing. You're right, Steve. No luck that time either.
It's amazing. All night he's been out of sync on the offensive end, yet they continue to lead.
Really left alone that time.
And he is not shy about pulling the trigger from downtown. Matthews has the eye and the confidence from three-point range that you just love to see.
Now, here's Mitchell. Jazz passing it around. And here's Ingles outside. And that comes off the assist by Exum. Exum's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. Giannis passes to Matthews. He kicks it to Bledsoe. Middleton outside. And another 3 for Milwaukee.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
How often do we see this these days? Clubs answering each other from range.
Here's Gobert. The dish now to Exum. 6 to shoot. Outside Conley. The Jazz need to get off a shot here. Here's Gobert. The jump shot from the baseline is right on target. Gobert's got 10 points now just in this quarter. And here's Bledsoe. Well, Smitty, the league's unveiled a new way for fans to watch. 99 cents. You get a 10-minute viewing pass for every out-of-market game. That's something.
I love it, Kevin, because I think a lot of times with social media, people are start talking about a game, and you can jump right in and get a chance to catch the most important part of the game.
And making it so affordable.
Yes, indeed. 99 cents. That sounds good to me.
Here is Conley following the basket by Giannis. Back to Conley. And there's the feed to Gobert, and the call will be against Robin Lopez. That's his third foul of the game. And here's Conley outside. And that comes off the assist by Exum. Exum's got his 5th assist in this one. Milwaukee's gone 2 of 5 on three-point shots since the end of the 3rd quarter. Bounce pass Conley. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Antetokounmpo.
And he jumped out to that ball immediately. Great reaction on that deflection.
A little bit late there, but you tried to get into your opponent's head. Force them to go somewhere else with the ball, and he did that.
A platoon swap here for Milwaukee. So Utah going with an almost entirely new group here. Bradley's checked in for Rudy Gobert. Green comes in for Donovan Mitchell. O'Neal's checked in for Joe Ingles. And Emmanuel Mudiay subbed in for Mike Conley. Clock at 6. O'Neal dishes to Mudiay. Another shot. Green kicks to Bradley. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. That's on Brook Lopez. Smitty, for players, social media can build their brands and they can engage their fans, but there are some downsides.
Yes, it is, Kevin. I mean, it's a fantastic tool, like you said, for endorsement and bringing those fans into your home or into your life. But the downside, people can see some things they don't want to see, and also you can regret posting a lot of things.
I think, yeah, sometimes people do regret hitting that send button. So, yeah, they got to be careful. You're right. That free throw good from Bradley. No good on the second free throw.
And as we head to the final buzzer here, a crushing blowout, big-time dominance, and this will go in the record books as a gaudy win for the Jazz.
It was a standout performance across the board.
I mean, it was like watching a cat play with a mouse. They were able to do more or less whatever they wanted.
And they took charge when it counted, and they'll be notching their 9th win overall.
And, you know, this is a win they wanted badly, guys. They did not want to get swept in the season series.
And as usual, some excellent work tonight in what was a quality big impact game for Rudy Gobert.
Boy, such a big factor in the game tonight. His intensity on the boards. Even when guys put a body on him, he somehow still beats them to the ball.
Whatever drawbacks Lopez may have, scoring in the post isn't one of them. He is a nightmare for opposing defenses to deal with down low.
Now here's Mudiay to the paint. Looks for O'Neal, gets it to him, shoots over Brown. That one rolling around and rims out.
Trying to take advantage of soft defense. He might have gotten over eager.
Pass to Lopez. The Bucks working the ball around. And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation.
And when you're trying to cut into a lead, you can ill afford mistakes like that.
You know what it is, a lack of concentration. That's a momentum killer.
And it's Bradley with the ball for Utah. 2-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Passes it to O'Neal. And there's the pass to Niang. To the wing on the left. Mudiay passes to Niang. Bradley controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
Yeah, they've sucked the energy out of this arena. Tremendous effort on the road.
And when you're on the road, you can't be tentative coming into a game like this. I thought their aggressive approach was the difference.
And so it's Utah easily grabbing the win. A resounding victory for them. And Greg, in enemy territory, no less.
That's exactly right. But with the way they controlled the game and just completely took the crowd out of it, that's how to get it done on the road.
And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thank you, Kevin. With Dante Exum. Dante, still a young guy in this league. What do you want to focus on with your development?
I think it's just staying in the defensive end. Sometimes in the heat of the play, you kind of lose sight of it, and it's just about staying in there and just helping your teammates out. So,
a very young guy on a very good team. Thank you, Dante. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, thank you. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Greg Anthony, Steve Smith, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.